I just, opened up to my auntie one day and I told her, like, I have to get this out. I can't keep bottling it in.
Demita Goings has quite the story to tell, and one that's not easy for her to talk about.
I deactivated Facebook for a while. I was so humiliated.
But now the Rapid City mom is opening up with the hope her story will help someone else. It all begins in this quiet Sioux Falls neighborhood where Goings had found a house on Craigslist to rent. Everything about it was perfect, including its proximity to Sanford Children's Hospital, where Demita's son could easily receive treatment for an illness.
We used to go to Colorado, and that was just too much.
The promise: pay a deposit, first month's rent, and it's a done deal. But
we started going to send the money, and I just had this bad feeling.
$950 later, she got the lease.
I'll make sure you get the keys tomorrow morning. Then I said, thank you.
But the keys never came. And suddenly, the seller was gone, as was about $2,500 in Demita's rent and moving expenses.
We gave up everything in Rapid City, our house, our jobs.
People would be astounded to know that just the number of scams are going on at any given time.
Jesse Schmidt at the Better Business Bureau would know. She gets scam complaints year-round.
You are the grand prize winner of $1.2 million.
Are you serious?
A professional scammer will make you question your judgment, even instill fear. But then they offer a quick solution.
And so they're saying, there's a fine attached with that, and you can pay that fine right now.
They take your money and disappear. So where do these scammers live? Jesse says most of them don't live here in Sioux Falls. They don't live in South Dakota. In fact, many of them don't even live in the United States. They're located on the other side of the world in places like Europe. And South Dakota Attorney General Marty Jackley says that can make it tough to track criminals down. He says scamming crimes grew in South Dakota by 1% last year, and so the state has been fighting back in other ways too, with tougher laws.
So now if the scammers are taking more than $1,000 from South Dakotans, it becomes a felony.
7 investigators and an attorney in the AG's office focus solely on scams, and they're waiting for your questions.
That's what your Attorney General's Consumer Division is for, to answer those questions. Go to our website, call our 1-800 number.
There's also AARP's Fraud Watch Network.
We provide this free of charge for anyone. You do not have to be an AARP member. You do not have to be over 50.
Bob Stevens, a volunteer with the program, has been spending his retirement educating himself about scams in the hopes of helping others. And he's learned a thing or two along the way.
They're good. That's their living. That's how they're making their money.
And in the end, that's what happened to Demita. But now she's moving past it.
I still hurt. I want to cry, but I just turn those tears to strength now.
And if there's anything to take away from her story, it's this simple thought.
Watch out for people. They stole your dreams. They might be gone forever, or you're going to live with the guilt. But it's not your fault.
Now, after taking some time to get back on her feet, Demita is hoping to move to Sioux Falls this summer. We mentioned a lot of organizations that have a lot of good resources, and if you missed any of them, we've got links for you on KDLT.com. This is the start of something that's going to be big. Piece by piece, wire by wire. 14-inch panels filled with LED lights multiply and quickly become mega screens.
Yeah, this is something they might start seeing more of.
And as Jay Parker, Daktronics Vice President for Sports and Entertainment, showed us, all that magic happens right here at headquarters in Brookings.
So LEDs have been around for about 15 years, and that's allowed us to do video displays. So 15 years ago, we got into video displays.
The company, first known for its scoreboards when it started 40 years ago, has also become a key player when it comes to video displays. 26 NFL stadiums have at least one screen made by Daktronics, including University of Phoenix Stadium in Glendale, where the Super Bowl will be played.
This last season, they did an upgrade, and it was to have a better experience for the fans.
Building something like this all begins with a small module. 14 inches and filled with several LED lights, those modules are placed inside an aluminum cabinet with other modules. And then, much like a game of Legos, those cabinets are delivered and stacked, one on top of the other, until you get a screen like this. Big or small, stacking makes custom orders easy. This screen that I'm standing in front of right now is 15 feet tall by 20 feet wide, but if you were to compare it to the University of Phoenix Stadium in Arizona, that screen there would be 4 times taller and 8 times wider.
It's all about how to go from the streets to the seats with information, entertaining your fans.
And much like these boards, Jay Parker has seen something that started small and gotten big.
I've been here for about 20 years, and so when you when you travel around and see where we were and where we're at today, it's pretty exciting.
Kevin Hurd, KDLT News. It's 7:38 and Joan Severson has already been hard at work. Last-minute preps to make sure this cafeteria at Robert Frost Elementary School in Sioux Falls is ready.
A lot of kids excited.
A new school year is just minutes away, and after 6 years at Robert Frost, Severson has seen it all.
Kindergartners will really be nervous. Parents sometimes are more nervous than the kindergartners when they come in.
First grade.
Sebastian Harrison was one of the first students here, glowing and ready to start the new year.
La, 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 la.
His mom, Joy, says getting him to come here wasn't an issue.
He's not a teenager yet. My teenager is the hard one.
Not everything, though, was quite as smooth for Zoe Bursell-Dysart.
I was a little late with everyone. They were all outside waiting for me.
But she's here, fed and focused, ready to tackle a grade she considers a stepping stone.
It's going to be really hard because it's 5th grade. It's supposed to be hard. It's getting me ready for middle school.
7:55, and the halls are filled with voices, movement, even a little frustration. Jeff and Rebecca Burke just dropped off their daughter at kindergarten.
Yeah, I'm not ready for my kids to grow up yet.
Reality is setting in, their first child in school.
Once she gets to school and then they get the routine down, I think it'll be easier for her to go in every day and excited.
And by the time their other child heads to school, this routine will be a little easier for them too. Kevin Hurd, KDLT News.